All right, Brendan. First thing, good result in Miami, 1-0 win. What's your reaction to that one?
We got exactly what we wanted again. We rotated. We left ourselves fresh in a number of spots for this game, but we took care of, getting the points we needed on the road. So to have 3 games in 7 days in the league and then leading into a cup semifinal and get 6 points out of those 3 games was a good return.
You see that the semifinals is arguably the most important game for the club?
For sure it is. It's by far the most important game the club's ever played. Yep.
Looking at that semifinal, Greenville coming in, they kind of ambushed Indy in the quarterfinals with a late own goal and penalties. How are you approaching them? What do you expect from them on the pitch?
Same way we would approach any home game, but with a little extra. We have to play with intent. We have to make sure we get forward fast and in big numbers, and see if they can stand up to that.
There's been several new signings. How do you think they're adapting to the system? Really
well. I mean, you saw 1 or 2 of them start the other night. You saw Haji get involved for the first time, first game in a long time. So thought he looked good, clean on the ball, got a few shots off from distance, and we'll continue to build him up. But right now, the focus is on the 11 starting the game and making sure that we come in waves of energy tomorrow.
How do you think the changes would be? There will be a lot of changes compared to the past Cup games?
The past Cup games, no, not too much. Not too much will change from the lineups we've played in those games. There might be 1 or 2 minor changes, but nothing wholesale. No, we're going with what we believe is the strongest group right now. But that's getting harder and harder to pick each week because we've added some really good young players to the group, and we've had some of the just young players that have been with us all year really step up over the last 2 months.
So talking about the Cup, earlier in the season you said, it's you get out of the group stage and then it's win 3 for some silverware.
Yep.
One of those is down, the second one is tomorrow. How does that, as that gets closer and closer, how does that change the feeling in the locker room, the feeling of the players, the feeling for you as the manager?
No, everyone knows what they're walking into tomorrow, and some of us have been lucky enough to be part of a number of finals over the last number of years, and there's nothing like it. But you have to concentrate. You can't lose focus and think that in any way, shape, or form that this is an easy game. It's just not. They've knocked off Charleston, they've knocked off Indy, they've knocked off Miami, so they've gone through 3 championship teams to get here already.
What would you say some of maybe the strengths or weaknesses of the opponent?
I think they're technical and they're experienced. I think they have guys like Ropapa Mensah and Tyler Polak that I look at as guys that have good experience across multiple levels, and guys that can certainly go and win them the game. So we view them as a championship team tomorrow, nothing else.
There were also some players who were called up for the national team. What do you think about the call-ups?
I think it's fantastic. Hopefully Sierra Leone finished the job today. I know they were winning earlier on. Just got word that they did, so that's fantastic. 1 step closer, hopefully, for a qualification for Emmanuel, and he deserves it. He's playing at a really high level in the league. But Babakar is one of those examples of a guy we've just added to the group who's now starting to play in big games like Rhode Island and really perform at a high level. So we feel like we have quality depth. So when guys get called away with their national teams, they can go and represent all of us on the highest level.
Manu, you talked about the World Cup, right? World Cup's going to be here next year. What would it be like to have a guy like that playing in the World Cup just up the road?
Oh, it'd be awesome. Just because of who he is, it would be awesome. He's just such a focused individual and such a hard-working guy, and his teammates all love him to a man. So, if he gets that opportunity, it'll be all of us behind him.
And then the other semifinal tomorrow night is RFC in Sacramento. Kicks off a little bit before the Hartford game. What are you expecting to see in that game?
Very cagey. They've played each other once in Rhode Island already, and we had to scout that game to prepare for our first games in Rhode Island. They're both really well coached, really well organized, and very experienced teams across the board. Guys that have done good things in the championship, and been to finals themselves. So whoever gets through that game is going to be a mountain to climb for us.
will be your message to fans for tomorrow?
Just please show up. The excitement level at the Rhode Island game in particular a few weeks ago was just, it was different. You know, championship games don't always feel that way, and the more the league grows and the more the quality of the players and the preparation grows on the technical side, the more excitement I think it'll bring, you know, leading into the World Cup next year. And I've always praised our fan base in Hartford because they show up. But tomorrow's one of those days where we really need people to show up and hear them.